Icom IC-756 to do with the display. I believe quite a few people get a lot of problems with them. What I'm going to do is, this has still got the original CCFL tube in, very dim when I first put it on. 10 minutes later or so it's okay. So I can use it, it's no problem with it. It's just that I would like to upgrade it to a LED. I have purchased the LED strips, which I'll give you details of. Let's come back a bit. This LED strip here, it's a backlight strip. I think this one's for a 19-inch TV, something like that. They come as a pair. Comes a pair. How close we can get. Not very wide, probably about 3 mil, something like that. And I think I can just cut that. I believe these are all, as far as I can see, segments of 3. But I think I can cut them. It also comes, obviously there's 2, you get 2, a controller board, like that, and on this board we've got, which I'm trying to work out, we've got positive and negative, an enable and a dimmer. And I know the enable, we connect that to positive as well, it will illuminate but full brightness. The dim, as we apply positive to the dim or negative, it controls the brightness of it. That's what I plan to put in. So we're going to upgrade from the CCFL tube to an LED display, or LED backlight, let's say. So we'll see as we go. I know to start with we need to take the cases off. So it's all the screws on top, all the screws on the bottom. On the front we've just got, if I can put down a bit and zoom in a bit. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, okay, it's just pull the knob off. That's all we need to do. 2 screws, 1 screw here. This is the brake, which is adjustable with this little screw to the one side of it. When you put it back, you need to adjust that to get the tension on there that you need. So both those come out. You don't need to touch any of the knobs on the front at all. So let's get all the screws out and come back. Right, okay, we've got, let's have a look here. We've got the cases off, top and bottom. Next we've got 2 screws each side. Those 2, and 2 each side. They need to come off. Okay, so both screws each side out. 2 ribbon cables, just pull out here. 2 small plugs, just pull out, and the whole front will come away. I've just taken the top off. There's a cover here I've taken that off. That's why that's off. Let me just get some close-ups of that. Okay, again, so they're apart. What I found was the 2 screws just beyond the VFO holding the spring or sprung loaded to keep the dial tight. Both screws out, the small black screw, well, one is small black and the other one. Then all you need to do is slide that off. It does come off. Unplug the ribbons out. Keep that way up, put that side, I don't want to get any dust in that. And there's the display. So now we need to work out how that comes out. To get the screen, I notice we've got 2 small screws either side holding those corners. Lift the cover that one there. There's a small screw. Can't see at this point. Another screw. So then we've got the power leads for each side of the tube on the screen. Both those need to be unplugged. Looks like we've only got 1, 2 and the third screw under there on that screen. Unplugging them. Also the ribbon on the screen, and the screen drops out. So there we've got the screen. Good, so far so good. Okay. To part the screen, so far, after taking it out, all I've done is a piece of white tape. Just goes around this side. I've just got a little stand now. I've just slit that, just cut that, and then it looks like the screen comes away. It does. I've got to be very careful here. I don't want no dust or anything, which maybe I will. I'll investigate a bit more and see how we get the tube out. Okay, so let's just see if we can get a bit closer on this. Now, there is, if you look on here, I can show you some little clips all the way around. Back a bit. Clips, well, there's clips not there, there's clips that side, and down there. A little piece of tape, not a lot, but there's also a little earthen strip which tucks over, clamps on, obviously earth it, then it looks as if it comes apart. There we go, so, and the tube is sitting there, so we've got to get that out. Okay, go back a bit. There we go, tube is out. I've just lifted that. There's a layer of some sort of plastic. The tube just lays in. I've taken it out. There it is. So next move is to make up the LED segments and put in. Should be fun. What I've done at the moment is I've cut the two strips of lights, LEDs. I've got the base plate off of the display. I'll put the other safe over there, covered it. I've super glued these two strips in. Use some activator to get that super glue off quick. And we'll get it back together and we're going to fire it up, or just fire the backlight section up, make sure it all still works. So far so good. Okay, well I've got the, just zoom out a bit, I've got the I've got all in. A bit of a job in a sense of just fiddly. It's in there. I've got the backlight. I'm just going to power it up. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Seems to work. So far so good. Just note that I had the two frames apart, switch that supply off. Had the two frames apart. This, just so you can see, there we go. You apart these two. I went round, it's a little bit tight, went round with my fingernail and just slowly, what's that, earth? With my nail, just clipped them apart. And it pops open. I need to just pull that in a bit more. cables a bit, and it opens up quite easily. Obviously you've got to be very careful. There's the glass, and there's one or two films of whatever. Make sure they're in the right spot, keep them together. Just one thing to note is when you put it back, it seems if you don't want to go together up this end, and what I noticed was if you hold this frame, the glass, in actual fact, the corner is a very small part of the corner is off. So hold this frame with the square section down, drop the glass and the pieces in all in the right order, and just keep them like that. When you snap it together, make sure the glass, before you do that, is under the little plastic lug. It's a little plastic lug for the glass just to slot under. If it's under there, it sits in there nice, it snaps together, that's fine. So first I couldn't get together, and it was because of that. I will put a piece of tape or something around here just to cover that up in case any light escapes. So far so good. Okay, what I've also done, what's the camera move? What I've also done is I've sealed all the way around with black insulating tape, just the normal insulating tape, just in case there's any light escaping, but it seems okay. I've also, with a alcohol wipe, cleaned that. That's ready for the screen to go back. Next stage, I've just put the screen on. You can see there. Just want to check, connect that up, and it's all glowing away. There we go. Hopefully that'll be good. Now just a word on where we're going to connect the supply to run this. There's 14 volts on this panel, and what this panel is the panel when you're holding the front of the rig, you turn it around, the PCB you're looking at is this panel here. It has 14 volts running to this. They're the three screen cases with lids. This one here is the inverter which runs the CCFL tube. I don't want that to run, so what I've had to do is, and you'll need to do this, just to snip that choke there, L821, just cut across that there. It's quite a large thing, you can just snip it with a pair of cutters, it will remove the part of that. The supply for that comes from, if I go out again you'll see where I'm going, down here. Now down here we've got a regulator there, there's 14 volts here, there's two resistors there, quite large resistors. Now those resistors are R861 and R862 and 863. The tops, if you notice, are the same connection. So I just tacked a wire onto there, pretty large, with soldering on, you can't hurt that. Don't keep it on too long. Just tack onto that. 14 volts. All runs fine from that point. So that's where we get the supply. Go so you can see where it is. Now, the brightness. I mentioned that I was going to connect onto the existing brightness control at the beginning of the video. I didn't do that because once made a few measurements with one thing and another. It's very small circuitry in there, all service meant. I didn't want to risk interfering with it, and I thought that the fact that this brightness can be set, it won't change, it will stay at its set brightness, and it does, that's good. As it ages, it's not really going to change, be a long while before that ever changed. So to me, I thought I'll leave that, and I just built this this circuit. So straightforward, a little piece of copper board, and very quickly put that a few minutes together and it works a treat. So that's the circuit I've used for that. Okay, screen's all in. We've got that now ready. What I've done is also, what you'll see here is the driver board for the LED display fitted here, double-sided, on top one of those case lids. I've checked to see if there's enough room. Displays plugged in. The wire is soldered on. Just the 14 volt wire ready connected. What I've also got, hang on. Okay, so it's all wired, ready to go back. Some cable ties on these. Pretty secure. There's the circuit board for the voltage adjustment sitting on the ledge there. Double-sided tape is pretty secure. The earth strap for the neutral side. The positive side is connected into this little harness and connected onto the resistor there. A little bit of a lump to go in there, but it's pretty clear. It's quite a lot of clearance there, so just got to connect these two ribbons and put it back. So let's get that back. Right, this all back together. Couple more screws on the side. Power. Let's see if it works. Okay. Just the intensity. Right. Yeah, long screwdriver again. Okay. This spot, not too bright. We're about there maybe. Maybe a little. It's very bright, lovely display. About there. There we go. Put the rest of it together. It's all neat. Everything's sitting there. All fits, what nice. All looks good. Pleased with that. Okay, looks like it's all done. Just put everything back and all seems to work fine. Just had a quick test. Display straight on, so it's nice now to see the display nice and bright. Right from the word go. Got where is it? The wrong one. There we go. They're all nice and bright now, so that's good. Shouldn't need to adjust the actual. I can adjust. I can adjust other things, the contrast and different whatever. They still. Oh, wrong one again. They still. The brightness of the LED. I can see it very slightly moving, but because it's so crisp, you don't see a lot happening on that. But it does say LEDs. That's not the LED. LCD, that says, sorry. Keep hitting the wrong button. Horizon. It does change. Not sure, it just, yeah, bit there anyway. Still keep doing it. Backlight. Adjust the backlight of the meter now, not the display itself, the LCD, because that's got an internal adjustment. So it's really just to set up the SWR, the signal meter. So display type's fine, fonts, everything else just works fine. So I'm happy with that now. Yeah, no more to say. Those LCD strips, I did cut them. That's what was left. This is it. So quite a bit left. Not sure how many went in, but I just marked them as 3 and then just snipped it, and it's fine. Doesn't draw really very little current, so it's no problem there. Nice to see it shining nice and bright, so I think it was well worth it. I have got now one of these, if anyone wants one. Just have a look at the results when viewing the camera. It looks a bit bluey. It's actually not that blue, it's quite a black and white with colour. Quite nice, reasonably nice. Very pleased with it. So what I've done, I've turned the lights out and I've taken a still camera and I've taken some shots of 1 or 2 of the screens to try and get a more accurate look at it. And the ones you're looking at now are pictures I've just taken with the fluorescent lights, or sort of a little bit more accurate. It's actually slightly clearer than that, so but it gives you a better idea of the results.